Hey guys, Con Man is back again and here with a little bit of a react video. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas season, and by the time you're seeing this, I hope you have a wonderful new year. I'm recording this a little bit before then, but by the time you see it, it'll already turned over. So happy 2025 to anyone watching, and I wish all my musician friends great success in the coming year. So for this video, it's going to be a bit of an in-between on some of the longer form content that I'm working on. So I hope you'll bear with me here and enjoy this video while I try to pump out some bigger and better ones. A buddy of mine, name is Jacob Hansen. He has a YouTube channel called Jacobra Records. If you haven't seen any of his content, please go like, comment, and subscribe on his stuff. He has some wonderful content, informative videos on doing different recording things and whatnot, like tracking guitars or, editing vocals and whatnot. Please go check out his channel. I promise you won't be disappointed. He's actually the one that mastered my tracks from my first album, so you got to go give him props for that. Now, this video kind of gets into something that I feel very strongly about, so why don't we just get right into it? And before we do that, though, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe if you like content like this. Just let me know in the comments if you want more, or just, tell me whatever you want, your life story or something that happened recently. Tell me what you got for Christmas in the comment section below, please. And let's get into it. So to preface this video, it's about how Instagram guitarists are lying to you. So I'll let my buddy Jacob explain here, and then I'll kind of give some of my thoughts about it as we go along here. So let's get into it.
Whew, that was very tough. Now I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
That sounded a little too perfect. So here is a raw DI of me playing that same part. All right.
I gotta say, even though there's no effects on that, like in the clean setting like that, it sounds really good. So I don't know, but let's see what he says.
I gotta be real with you. I don't like when people are dishonest and deceitful.
Me either.
So I'm gonna level with you here. I lied to you just now. What's up, YouTube?
I
am Jacob Hansen.
You lied to me. Let's see how.
I'm a record producer with a bachelor's in recording arts and over 12 years experience. Welcome to my channel. Here's what the actual DI of what I just played sounds like.
Hold on, it sounds like he just kind of noodled. I don't know. I feel like, hold on, what he played earlier though.
All right.
No, yeah, all that. You're telling me that is the same as I don't know. It sounds different.
So what did I show you before? It was an edited DI, but I played along with it to make it seem real. Now, I've noticed a handful of Instagram guitarists that are actually doing this. And I really don't think that there's anything wrong with editing your playing and miming along to it. I really don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's kind of a standard of today. But when you film something showing that you're not faking it, but that's a lie, I don't like that.
I think we can all agree on that, honestly. I know there's a lot of controversy nowadays with a lot of artists either lip syncing or playing the tracks live and whatnot. And I don't know. I feel like it's a bit disingenuous. It's the same sort of concept, I think. I mean, you're watching this person perform this piece in front of you, and you think that it's 100% they can actually pull this off without any sort of tricks. This is talent. You're showing off your talent as an artist, right? And for the magic to be kind of destroyed by finding out that, oh no, this is just a track and they're just acting to it, it's I don't know. It feels very disingenuous to me as an artist to do something like that. Because when I go to a live show, I have this thing where it's like if I play a song of mine live, it's not gonna sound exactly like the track does, you know? If it sounds exactly like the track, what's the point of coming to see me live? On it, like you buy the tickets for an experience that the band or the performer gives you that you would not otherwise get if you bought an album. And if you are just playing like you're on the album, it's really not that much different than lying to people online and oh look at all this perfect playing and whatnot. Like if you're gonna fake it, just I don't know, just be a studio artist. There's plenty of artists that are just studio artists too. I mean, yeah, if you want to make good amounts of money on it, like touring is kind of the optimal way. But if you're just doing this as like a I just like making music, but I don't like being in front of crowds. Sure, be a studio artist. Just do that. Anyway, I digress. I've kind of gone off a little bit, but I see the kind of point he's making, and I just can kind of draw that parallel. Anyway,
And I don't think you want to be lied to either. If you're hiding it, sure, but blatant lying, that's different. So here's this Instagram guitarist, Daving Lover. Big
oh
following,
now
as
we're
you can
now
see.
we're calling people out. Huh? Shoot. All right.
And he posted
I got a
this
few
video.
names.
I had a ton of people calling this video fake, so here's a DI of it, but
I've
I'm gonna play you
seen
the riff
this.
first.
I actually seen this video before I saw this video. I thought it was pretty crazy too.
That was really cool, right? So here's his
And
little
honestly,
DI
hold on
video.
before he continues though. Honestly, if you think you can actually make guitar sounds like that without some heavy effects and like processing and stuff, it's like you've never picked up a guitar in your life. I'm sorry. Like yeah, with a lot of pedals and magic and this and that, sure you can get those sounds, but like no, there's a lot of processing going on. You can't get that to sound like that on the spot, Anyway,
Video showing that it's real.
see?
Do you see
Not
the
now. Hold on.
similarity?
No. Hold. Compare that to the original, though. Compare that to how it sounded in the original. Hold on.
Ton of people calling this video fake, so here's a
Listen for that.
DI of it, but I'm gonna play you the riff first.
Listen to how processed that is, and then you listen to what he just showed over here, the DI clean tone, of that.
Do you see
That really sounds nothing like the original, honestly. There's so much production going on there. Yeah.
the similarities to my video? Now this guy can obviously play. You can't even
Yeah.
fake that you
Yeah.
can play along to it that well without being able to play. But here's what really gave it away for me. Notice right here, his top string is ringing out while he's going to tap. But in the audio, you can hear that the top string actually gets muted and all you hear is the tapping.
Oh. Got him. No, that's actually really, yeah, watch that. It's a really good point. Hold on. It's still moving, but you can't hear the
Gotcha.
boo.
Now let me show you
yeah,
how it's edited and faked. But it actually makes it
I
playable.
just noticed he's using the same microphone as me to record his video. If anyone who wants to make content or whatever, if you don't have a Shure SM7B, are you even making content?
And you can exceed your actual abilities at the cost of morality. Another guitarist that does a
Yay.
similar thing is Buried Alive guitarist Charles Caswell. Now, I actually toured with his old band Reflections back in 2013 when I was playing in I Declare War, and it was one of their first tours. I'm not going to lie to you, they were pretty sloppy back then. But he's gone on to be incredibly successful, writing really cool stuff for Buried Alive. It's really cool. Now he also gets a lot of flack for his stuff being edited, But one thing that's cool about Charles is he posts real live clips of him playing certain sections of his songs where you can actually hear little mess ups and mistakes and imperfections that you can tell it's real. Like this, watch. Overall, he's
See, that didn't even sound half bad. Like, that was really good. See, okay, here, this is the heart of what I want to get down to right here. When you watch these Instagram guitarists or whatever, most of them fake it like this other guy did. And to be completely honest, most musicians, worth their salt will tell you, you're going to mess up. You're not going to be absolutely spot on perfect all the time. The reality is you're not going to do that. It's impossible to get that kind of playability and consistency. Even some of the greatest, like super shredders like Paul Gilbert, Steve Vai, Buckethead, like they screw up too. I mean, the main thing is that a lot of the people who've been around, they're really good at either hiding it or playing it off. And if you get good at that, both of those things, you'll be a great musician. You don't need to play things perfect. I know it screwed me up for a long time too. When I first started making my own music, I was like, oh, I got to play everything absolutely perfectly. I can't make one mistake. I get up on stage and that's it. There's no room for error. But the more you play on stage, especially when you're playing with other people, it's not just you and your tracks or whatever. You can do that, but to give a really good show, I believe you should have a full band. But long story short, you got 4 people at bare minimum, 3 to 4 people. It's you and 2 or 3 other people that you trust. And it's like with that many human minds involved, of course, there's going to be error. There's always human error. Anyway, let's continue.
He's a great guitarist. You can really tell by how he's playing. And
he's
so
awesome.
is Daving Lover. You can really tell. Great guitarist. But there's this internet persona perfectionist problem that a lot of guitarists seem to have where they just want to meet this unattainable perfect level.
Emphasis on the unattainable. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that.
That sets too high of a standard for everyone. Some kid is going to look up to him and wish that they could play that well.
Yeah.
And they're never going to be able to reach it.
Some kid. I'm not even a kid, and it's like that was me. That was me just like a couple of years ago.
There's other guitarists and bands that have been caught for playing over guitar backtracks live.
Exactly what I
I'll
was
save
saying.
that for another video. But the moral of the story is, don't lie to your fans. It's okay to have mistakes. Stop setting an unreachable standard. We're all human here, and we're all trying to get better. If you're already an amazing guitarist, just show us your amazing skills with the imperfections. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow it, so thanks for...
Yep, go like, comment, and subscribe on his channel, on this video especially. Help boost him in the algorithm. Some final thoughts. We're setting way too high a standard for... especially the younger people who are getting into music. It's like, I don't know if I really look it to you guys out there, but I'm 30 years old. And, I haven't been actively in the music scene the way I am now for very long. But, I've been around. And I've seen, I've seen some stuff. And one of the things that really has always irked me, especially with the advent of social media and influencers and whatnot, it's... everyone, we play so perfect. And then you get this idea that, okay, that's exactly how I'm supposed to be. And you don't understand what goes on behind the scenes. You don't see them doing these things. And no one explains that to you. You get zero context. So, yeah, the key takeaways here are we're setting too high of a standard. Learn to, embrace your musicality a little bit here. Don't sit there and act like you got to be, some top performing, guitarist, bassist, drummer, whatever you play. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be super good at your instrument in order to make a name for yourself. I've met quite a few people with like, and I don't mean this to like knock them, but it's like they have half as much skill on guitar that I have, but they're over here writing songs, and I'm like, that's pretty good, like it's not about, we glorify it in the guitar world where it's like you have to be a super shredder in order to, have some sort of, following on Instagram. And maybe there's some truth to that, but at the end of the day, some of the most popular people aren't like super shredder type guitarists. And I don't ever aim to be that way, but I'd like to think I make some pretty decent music and whatnot. Anyway, so learn to love your own musicality. Learn to ignore all the superficial, oh, you got to play perfect bullshit, and just play music, man. That's the heart of it right there. Just play music and love what you do. And I think that facet, of the Instagram guitarist, it's like Jacob does a really good job kind of exposing that. So be true to yourself. Be great musicians. I know you guys all make it one day. All together we will rise above. Anyway, I'm Almighty Conman the Third. This has been a wonderful little react video. Again, thank you to Mr. Jacob Hansen with Jacobra Records channel on YouTube. Please, please, please go check him out. I will link him in the description box. Thank you. Keep it rocking. Have a good one.